easy if we focus on some supplementary parameters. To help us for the same, in our Toastmaster meeting today, we have four supplementary auxiliary role players. These are timer, our counter, language evaluator, and the listener. Taking decision on time might help you to achieve your goal a bit early, but sometimes we are unable to achieve that on time and give up. Giving up is not the solution, but mulling on how can we achieve that again on time might be the solution. Today we have timer Toastmaster Jaya. I would like to invite Toastmaster Jaya to explain her role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santoshi. Um, Fellow Toastmasters, friends, and guests. As the timer, my role is to track the time by all the speakers so that we run this meeting on time. I will raise green card. I will just share. I will raise the green card when the speaker reaches minimum allotted time. For example, a 5 to 7 minute speech, I will raise green card at 5 minutes. For a topics speech, I will raise it at 1 minute. And for a speech evaluation, I will raise the green card at 2 minutes. I will raise the yellow card when the speaker reaches minimum allotted time. For example, I will show the yellow card at 6 minutes for a 5 to 7 minute speech and at 1.5 minutes for a table topic speech and at 2.5 minutes for a speech evaluation. I will raise the red card when the speaker reaches minimum allotted time. For example, I will show the red card at 7 minutes for a 5 to 7 minute speech, at 2 minutes for table topics speech, and at 3 minutes for a speech evaluation. For all facilitators, the duration of your speech is indicated in the agenda, and I shall show the cards according to the agenda. Please note that there is a grace period of 30 seconds on both the upper and the lower limits for each speech and role, except for the table topics speech. The table topics speakers are allowed a grace period of 30 seconds. On the upper side, there is no grace on the lower side for the table topic speeches. I will be back on the stage to present my report when the general evaluator calls me during the evaluation session. Back to you, Toastmaster. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jaya. Most of the time, path is not smooth as we think. We face lots of hiccups. Taking some pause and thinking on how can we make path smooth might help you to achieve what you want. Today, we have our counter Toastmaster Sanchit Gupta will be helping in the same. So, welcome Toastmaster Sanchit.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Santosh, and a very good evening, everyone in the meeting today. When we speak, we usually use some filler words like us, you knows. Maybe we use some pauses, or we tend to repeat words. And the speaker does it unintentionally, but it really creates an impact on the listener of the speech. It signifies that the speaker is nervous or unprepared. So that's why I am the R counter for day, and I will be noting all the filler words, all the gaps that you use in your speeches, and I will be presenting the report when the journal evaluator calls me on the stage. That's it from my side. Back to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sanchit. Expressing the ideas and thoughts are important to achieve our goal. It can be in any language, but that should be correct and clear. In Toastmaster, we focus on the English language, and to correct us in English, we have Toastmaster Vikas for the today's meeting as a grammarian. Welcome, Toastmaster Vikas.
Thank you, Toastmaster Santosh Devi. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and guest. My name is Vikas, and I am the language evaluator for the today's meeting. Sorry, I'm not able to see the video. Santosh,
Yes,
video is not visible.
yours, yours video.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Now
Now you
it is started.
uh,
For the benefits of our guest and new members, I would like to explain the role of the language evaluator. Basically, language evaluator role is threefold. First, to note the misuse or awkward language. I will be looking for the incomplete sentence or incorrect grammar. Second, to note the creative and good use of the word of language. Third, to note down the use of the word of the day, which is laborious. Laborious meaning is needing a lot of time and effort. I'm giving two examples for the word of the day. First one is the collecting the raw materials proved a long and laborious task. Second, checking all the information will be slow and laborious. Please use the word laborious as many times as possible and earn a thumbs up from the audience. Thank you.
thank you,
Over
Toastmaster
to
Vikas.
Santosh Devi.
Yeah, thank you so much. In life, we meet different kind of people. Every people have different suggestions for you. Some might motivate you, and others demotivate you. You have to decide whom you are going to listen. Today, to check us our listening skill, we have Toastmaster Sajal Jain playing a role of listener. Welcome, Toastmaster Sajal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Santosh. Larry King once said, I remind myself every morning that nothing I say this day will teach me anything. So if I'm going to learn, I must do it by listening. As listener of today's meeting, my job today is to frame questions from all the interesting tidbits that everyone will share on the stage. And I'll ask you the questions when the general evaluator calls me to do so. That's it from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Santosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sajal. So, coming to our first step, that is prepare yourself for the goal which you want to achieve. Before deciding any goal, just think, do you have interest in it? How can you achieve that? And how much effort you need to make achieve that? Similarly, before presenting any speech, we need lot of preparation and take care of many things like structure of speech, body language, transitions, etc. Today we have two speakers, Toastmaster Avishi and Toastmaster Rakesh. Before calling Toastmaster Avishi on the stage, I would like to call her speech evaluator Toastmaster Sajal Jain to share the speech objective of her speech.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Santosh. A very good evening, everyone. Toastmaster Avishi will be delivering a speech of Level 1, Project 2 from the Path Dynamic Leadership. The purpose of this project is to present a speech on any topic, receive feedback, and apply feedback to a second speech. Timer, please note it's a 5 to 7 minute speech. I wish Toastmaster Avishi all the very best. Thank you. Back to you, Toastmaster Santosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sajal. Toastmaster Avishi is doing engineering in electronics and communications. When I asked her what is her inspiration that helps her to never give up, she replied, her father is her inspiration because he is engineer too. Toastmaster Avishi, importance of meditation. Importance of meditation, Toastmaster Avishi.
Please confirm, am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. Am I going to complete my work on time? Did I turn the gas stove off? What should I make for dinner? Racing thoughts can be stressful and eventually take a toll on your life. So, what's the solution to this problem? Anyone? A consistent meditation practice can help you to calm your mind and improve your overall health. Today, I, Avishi, will be sharing some benefits of meditation. Meditation is very powerful exercise. It is practice of thinking deeply in silence in order to make mind calm. Through regular meditation, the levels of stress can be reduced. Meditation is relaxation technique such as yoga or deep breathing that helps us to relax. When meditation is practiced regularly, it leads to decrease in the stress level in everyday life. Meditation gives a boost in the feeling of happiness and calmness. It increases our ability to stay cool, calm, and composed under pressure. There are many benefits of meditation. A person is focused and calm. Apart from that, he knows what to do and what not to do. He knows when to start and when to stop. When things are going completely wrong, he knows when things are going completely wrong and one does not know what to do, one must find a way to keep calm. When things are going right, and everything seems to be moving in a positive direction, it's still important to be calm. And this can be achieved with the help of meditation. When we are in a relaxed situation, it brings prophecy in our speech, thought, in our actions. Our thoughts are very clear. We speak without any confusion, and that's how our actions leads us towards the path of success. The best advantage of meditation is to reduce stress. It helps us to rest physically and mentally, while it has a positive impact on our entire nervous system. Meditation is a very powerful and natural treatment for people who suffer from insomnia, which is a disease in which person cannot is not able to sleep properly. Also, it's very helpful for people who suffer from depression and anxiety. It improves the quality of sleep. Meditation slows down the process of aging. Yes, you heard that right. Studies have shown that the regular practice of meditation can slow the aging process. People who meditate usually live longer and look more young than the people who have never tried meditation. Meditation improves our health by strengthening our immune system as it reduces our blood sugar, it lowers our cholesterol levels, If I talk about the importance of meditation in my life, then I can definitely say this for sure, that it improved my concentration. It made me more optimistic, as I remember when I was in school, I was a little pessimistic kind of person. I used to have negative thoughts. Whenever I was preparing for exams, I had fear in my mind, will I be able to do well or not? But trust me, meditation made me very optimistic. So simply putting, meditation, it makes you a happier person. Even Bhagavad Gita says that yoga brings excellence in whatever you do, and meditation is a part of yoga. A study was carried out by a professor of medicine in Harvard University, and he arrived at the conclusion that meditation alters the chemistry of brain and it increases positive emotions. Even statistics have shown that meditation has improved the lifestyles of people who are suffering from hypertension, anxiety, and depression. We all know great mathematician Ramanujan. He used to pray and meditate, and that helped him to crack the mathematics of the universe. He once said, an equation means nothing to me unless it expresses a thought of God. So finally, I believe that we should never give up. There can be some failures when in the beginning, when we plan to start meditation and incorporate this in our daily lives, but we should always keep trying, because the secret of success is to continue meditating until we succeed. So I hope you all will start meditation. Thank you. Over to TMoD.
Thank you, Toastmaster Avishi. Please give the feedback to our first speaker. Tech Master, please launch the, I think, link. Take 30 seconds for it. Hi, Anand.
Toastmaster Santosh, I think Toastmaster Anand has dropped off.
Okay. So we move on the second speaker. Our second speaker is Toastmaster Rakesh. Toastmaster Rakesh, he is an optometrist practicing since 1995. He is also tarot card reader and loves to read books. When I asked the same question to Toastmaster Rakesh, he said he is inspired by a quote, "There is a will, there is a way." Toastmaster Rakesh, my journey, Toastmaster Rakesh.
Toastmaster Santosh, could you give me a moment to share the speech objectives for Toastmaster Rakesh's speech?
Yeah, sure. I'm sorry. Yes.
No issues. So everyone, this is the milestone speech for Toastmaster Rakesh. This is his speech on reflect on your path. This is his final project from the path presentation mastery. And the purpose of this project is for Toastmaster Rakesh to reflect on his growth during the completion of the entire path. And through this speech, he'll be sharing some aspect of his growth during the completion. I wish him all the best. And Madam Timer, please note that the speech duration is 10 to 12 minutes. Back to you, Madam Toastmaster.
Okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Rolly. Rakesh, Toastmaster Rakesh. My journey, Toastmaster Rakesh.
Hopefully, I'm audible. If somebody can give me a thumb up.
You are.
Okay, thank you. Few days back, I was in a party, and most of the people down there, I was not knowing them. I was feeling somehow out of a crowd, but I thought I should mix up. I went to a gentleman. I just asked him, "Are you from this place?" No, no, I'm from that other place. So we started a conversation. Then I asked him what you do. Then I told him other things. Then we started having a conversation. That way, I had made friends, almost 5 to 6 friends I befriended that day. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Today, I'll be speaking on the growth or the journey which I have started from my ice breaking speech till this part. How I have evolved as a Toastmaster. The journey. I remember 14th Jan 2020, one of my friend forcefully told me, "Rakesh, just come. We have a meeting, Toastmaster meeting. You'll enjoy." I told, "No, I have a business to do. I can't make it." And most of the time they hold their meeting on Sunday. So I always used to find an excuse because on Sunday my clinic always used to remain open. But that day he forced me in such a way that I could not refuse it. I went there. So the process we followed, the prepared speech was followed by table topic. They called me. The topic was to speak something on Valentine's Day. I remember during my school and college day, I used to read a lot about the Valentine's Day, the Valentine's Saint and all. So I gave a speech very nicely and smoothly. It appeared that I had prepared more better than the other speaker who had just one before me. After that, I came to know most of them were very close buddies of mine. So I thought, okay, I'll join. And after that, I attended only one more physical meeting where I delivered my first ice-breaking speech. I came to know that whatever feedback was given to me was so good that when I applied them for my next speech, I found that it was really working good for me. I could implement the same ideas in my clinic also when I'm having a conversation with my client, when I'm explaining them the anatomy of their eye, what is the problem. I was doing it in a more passionate way. The passion was aroused in me because I could speak in a much better, more effective way that was leaving an effect on them. They could connect with me. This I had chosen a pathway after going to that drill. When you become a member, you get the question and answer. There is a two-way. You can directly select the pathways and you go through the question and answers. I went through that. The first option came only was presentation mastery. That improves your public speaking. Most of us, I don't know how many of you will agree or not. How many agree that we always have a fear of speaking in public speaking? Can you raise your hand, please? So none of you have a fear in public speaking. Nice, because of Toastmaster. So even I, who used to have a lot of fear going in a public speaking, was finding that fear has been overcome. I have become so confident, absolutely fearless when I'm speaking I can speak for hours without any fear in a public dais also these days. The reason is my Toastmaster Club. I remember one of the time when I used to be in parties and all, I used to always remain aloof. Hardly used to be very attentive or anything. But now, because of Toastmaster, I came to know that listening is again a very important part. We should not listen to reply. We should listen to gain knowledge. If I had listened to the earlier speaker about the meditation, how laborious she was in collecting all the data, all the figures, how the meditation helps. Because I'm getting something from her. I'm understanding what all it helps, how it relieves the strain and all. So listening is really important. It has been taught by the Toastmaster. It has improved my confidence. It really has boosted up my confidence. Now, when I speak with full of energy and confidence. I don't have a single moment where I feel that I have to hide behind somebody. When I go to some party, when I'm in a gathering, I have become a part of an attraction. Because when I speak, it looks like I'm having some honey and bees are attracted to me. I'm not boasting. I'm just telling that if you are a Toastmaster and if you are following your path and if you are have come here to learn, then you will find that you are in the right place, in the very right time. A lot of people told me that now that COVID has come, we are not able to go for the physical meeting. It has become boring and all. I say, always see the positive part. The positive part is that now you can attain. Now, see, I'm attending a Delhi Toastmaster one meeting from Bhutan, such a far off place. It has been possible because of this lockdown, and we are forced, virtual meeting. Why don't we see the positive part? The Toastmasters are helping to go for the positive part. You always have two things. If you find a door closed, you'll always find so many open doors. So don't look at the door which has been closed at your face, but see the doors which have been opened for you. That also, again, you'll find it here. Now, the communication skill is one of the very important things. If you go anywhere, I'm telling you, any part of the world, communication is required. You don't have to know the language also sometimes. You can communicate with the eyes, hand gestures, signs. So many things are there which if you imply, you can send your message to the person you want to send. Communication you can do with the storytelling. No, what happens? It has taught me that you can't fool the audience. You have to have some content with you. If you just come and say something rubbish, they will not take it. You have to have content. So for that, you have to be a reader. You have to keep on reading every time. You have to look for new materials. You have to enrich your knowledge. You have to be laborious to get the knowledge. You can't just go anywhere and say, okay, I'm done. So these are the things which have been taught by Toastmaster. Leadership quality, that is one thing. Who doesn't want to be a leader? Please raise your hand who wants to be leaders. Please don't be shy. Come out and tell me who all of you want to be leaders. I don't find anybody responding with hand up or I'm not able to view. Yeah, I saw one gentleman. I think he's from a distance, I can't make it out, but I think one of you want to be leader. That's really great. Leadership qualities. If you want to have that, this is the right place, because it has told me, if you want to be a leader, you have such a thing. You can motivate your members, you can motivate your colleagues to be going with you. A good leader knows the way, shows the way, and goes the way. And Toastmaster basically shows the way, and after that, you know where to go, and you will show other member where you have to go. So a good leader shows the way, goes the way, and other will follow you. It again improves your time management. Now, when we start a meeting, we start dot on our time. 6:45, you start your meeting. This is because of the technical glitches, we are facing some problem, but that has to be overlooked. We normally finish our meeting in time. So time management. If you are given 12 minutes to finish your speech, you will finish in 12 minutes, not beyond that. So you see this all things you can learn here, and it keeps on improving you. I think I've improved here. No, this will keep on improving me. This is not the end of journey. I have just begun my journey. I have so many things to learn. Dear friends, fellow Toastmaster and guests, I'm not here to motivate. I just want you to reflect. These are the things I have learned from Toastmasters. And each one of you, if you religiously, sincerely follow Toastmasters, all the pathways, follow the projects, you keep on speaking. That is the one thing I'll say. Don't lose the opportunity. Don't be shy. Come forward to speak. If you don't get opportunity in your club, you have so many options because of the virtual meeting. You can go, attend. You get all these things from this Toastmaster. Leadership quality, time management. You will have the communication skills. You will start having networking. You will have a lot of friends. Is this all? Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Santosh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh. Tech Master, please share the link for. Okay. Link is here. You can provide feedback to both the speakers. Take 1 minute for it. For that. I think link in chat box. Yes. Timer, please let me know when 1 minute is over. Sajal, also share the link for providing the vote.
Toastmaster Santoshi, the time 1 minute is over.
Okay, thank you, Toastmaster Jaya. Thank you, everyone. So, moving.
Toastmaster Santosh, sorry for the interruption. Only 5 people have voted. So can we have more votes?
Yeah, sure. We can wait for that.
Okay. I'm going to relaunch the poll. Everybody please vote. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Madam Toastmaster of the meeting, you may please proceed. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rolly. So, our second step is ready for the challenges or the risks in the journey of achieving that goal. Challenges and the problems are important parts of our life that teach us experience, make us learn, and help us to become wiser and stronger. For example, Abraham Lincoln became president of USA. Nick Vujicic, a person without limbs and legs, a great motivational speaker, and Elon Musk is a great leader. Why? Because they knew how to tackle the problem. Similarly, in table topic session, you will be faced some unexpected topics, and for that you have to speak 1 to 2 minutes. Your participation can give you a good experience. To lead this session, we have Toastmaster Pooja Yadav. Toastmaster Pooja is pursuing PhD in geology from University of Delhi. When I asked what is her inspiration that helps her to never give up, for her, inspiration changes with time. Right now, her passion of becoming a independent girl helped her to never give up. With that, I would like to invite Toastmaster Pooja Yadav.
Thank you, Madam Toastmaster of the day. Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and dear guest. It is rightly said that winners never quit and quitter never fail. For example, the small babies, when they start to learn how to walk, they fail so many times, but they don't give up. They try and try so many times. And in the end, they walk. Similarly, in the Toastmaster, we all are fighters. Some of us want to get rid out of their public speaking fear. And like me, I want to improve my communication skills. So we can improve in these just because if we don't give up, we regularly take participate here. And this particular session, which is also called impromptu session, which I'm sure that it is going to help you somehow. So take participate in this. And what it is about, here I have 10 topics with me, and the speaker will have 1 to 2 minutes on the stage, and speaker will choose one number between 1 to 10, and our timer will show green card at 1 minute, and yellow card at 1 minute 30 seconds, and red card at 2 minutes. And each speaker will get a grace period of 30 seconds to conclude their speech, so that he or she will eligible for the best table topic awards. And all the topics are related to our theme, so are very easy. So let's begin, and let's start. So who will be first? Please raise the hand or unmute and call your name. Who want to try first? Anyone from the member? Okay, then I'll pick. Uh, Toastmaster Sajal.
Hi, Toastmaster Pooja.
Okay. Thank you. So please choose any number between 1 to 8. 1 to 8.
6.
6. Okay. So the one who falls and gets up is so much stronger than the one who never fell. The one who falls and gets up is so much stronger than the one who never fell. Toastmaster Sajal.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pooja, for such a wonderful topic. It's true, isn't it, that the one who fails and gets up is much more stronger than the one who never fell. If we never fail in life, we never experience anything. It is said that we never have lived life if we haven't failed at anything. And I think I can relate to it mostly by once when I was trekking. And it is right now I only remember the moments when I fell because they were the only moments worth remembering. I know how I picked myself up and I went continued till date. And today when I see some of my life stories, when I have to make a difficult choice or when I see myself at a hardship, at some problem in life, I think about that experience when I fell and I get back up. But if I hadn't ever fell, I would never have I would have never gotten the lesson that I'm stronger to do it right now. So I totally agree that if you have never fell, you have never tried anything. And I'm not able to speak on. Okay. Um, and I think when you fell down and then you get up, you experience that. That experience counts in life, and not just when if you have a smooth sailing ship. It is also said that a smooth sail never makes a skillful sailor. So if you are already having a smooth life, you will never experience any hardships, and you will always have that monotony in it in your mind that it's not like an adventurous life. So if you want to have an exciting or adventurous life, it's better to fall down and get back up and experience that feeling of winning that over. So that's it from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Pooja.
Thank you, Sajal. And I also feel the same because the hard time when we overcome once, the next hard time we face, then the past it helps us a lot. So let's move on next speaker. So now, who would like to try? Anyone from the guest? Uh, I can see Tanu Verma.
I want to try.
Okay.
Uttam.
Okay, Uttam Singh. So next speaker is Uttam Singh. So please choose any number between 1 to 8 except 6.
4.
4.
Number 4.
Okay.
Number 4.
Sorry?
Number 4. 4.
4. Okay. So your topic is we are what we believe we are. We are what we believe we are. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja. First of all, we are special in everything. Einstein says everybody is a superhero, and we born with something very special. If we born with something special, we know that we can do more and more better in something else. If we see something, if we start seeing ourselves as someone as a recessive person, as not a confident person, or we start seeing ourselves not dominant in our field, whatever we are doing. If I'm a student, if I'm a if I join an army, I become an army officer. So if I'm in my field and if I'm not doing my very best in it, then it is just because of two reasons. Number one, I never uh, make myself believe in myself, or I never, and second thing is I never believe who I am, or I never accept who I am. If you start accepting, we can do more better and better in our fields and all. The thing is, when you start thinking about your powers, your positivity, your points, your you can say um, if you start focusing upon what good in you, then the good things comes. There's a law of attraction. If you keep moving ahead of something which can makes you more better day by day, actually that will makes you more grow more and do more in your life. And if you start thinking about something which you are not good in it, or you start choosing, or you start following something which is like a sheep, becoming an officer, becoming a doctor, becoming an engineer, like most people do. If you start doing something which people doing it, and if you are doing something under the society pressure, that will not gonna help. If you start doing something which can help you to do or more from your side, and in conclusion, I can say we are superheroes for ourselves. We are the center of the earth. So we should focus on ourselves only. We should more empower ourselves. We should learn few and few more and more skills as more as we can, and experience as much as we can. Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja.
Thank you, Uttam. You are true that when we start to see the things positively, then we makes the thing very easily. So, who will be the next speaker? Please raise your hand. Uh, Toastmaster Anand, will you try if your network is now?
I hope so. Let me give it a try.
I can listen you, so maybe you should try. Okay, so please choose any number 1 to 8 except 4 and 6.
You can give me the number 1.
1. Okay. So your topic is wherever you go with all your heart. Wherever you go with all your heart. Over to you, Toastmaster Anand.
So over the past few months, everybody is in lockdown, right? And just 2 days back, I was watching one of the interviews done by none other than Nilesh Mishra. If many of the persons sitting over here in this virtual room knows about him, and he was talking to Uttam Mukherjee. So if you know that he was also one of the very famous anchors because of which people used to watch stocks and CNN at that very point of time. He was the face of that very channel. And after that phase of roughly about 15 to 20 years of so much glory and fame, he left all of a sudden in the year 2011 as a journalist. And he went back home and stayed over there. And I am also a person of conflicts. And I really feel that there is one thing which will stay with you. And I use this quote more often than not, but I don't, but I'm probably saying here for the first time that live every moment of your life as if it was the first day. Sorry, plan every moment of your life as if this was the first day, and live every moment of your life and give in efforts the same as if this was the last moment. Because I might be sitting over here right now and talking to how many of the people are there? There are 12 people. And I really don't know when I will exactly get to speak to exactly 12 peoples next time. This is my time to make an impact on your mind frame and make that very difference. Probably this will be the last time you will be hearing me today. And these are the just few moments which I have got in my hands to make an impact of. So this is my story, and I hope that my story could resonate with yours. and handing over the stage back to our table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. Timer, do we have more time? Timer?
Yeah. We have
Okay.
8 minutes. 8
Okay.
minutes.
8 minutes. So now who will try?
Yes, I want to try.
Yeah. So our next speaker is Tanu Verma. Please choose any number between 1 to 8 except 1, 4, 6.
Number 2.
Number 2. Okay. So our next speaker is guest Tanu Verma, and your topic is you never fail until you stop trying. You never fail until you stop trying. Over to you, Tanu.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja. And I will start my topic. You will never fail until you try it. So yeah, basically this is really true. It just depends. I mean, these are the after effects after trying that. Will you fail or will you succeed in your task? So basically, first of all, you have to try your things out. It could be best or it could be worst, but at least you should try it. So failure is also the part of your life that you can't deny, and especially failures makes you more strong, so lead you better in your life. And success is not a easy thing that you can get in your life. You have to pay hard for that. So I think if you try for once, maybe you will get fail at a time, but there is there is any point in your life that you can succeed in your life. And I think then all the failures will turn into your success. So I think failures are your calculator of your life, that what you get. So failure is also a part of your success. And to succeed in your life, it's really important to face failures. you know by facing failures, you will get more motivation that yeah, I can do better from this one. And this is really important. And what can I say about it? That I think you should try it. Just leave the result on the time, on the situations, on your destinies, but at least it's your turn just to try it out, and whether it's best or something like that. And yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Tanu, for your nice words. Now, Toastmaster Rakesh, will you try?
Yes, you can give me a topic. I
Okay,
think number
so
three.
choose
Give me number 3.
number 3. Okay, thank you. Your topic is when your why is big enough, you will find your how. When your why is big enough, you will find your how. Over to you, Toastmaster Rakesh.
Such a wonderful topic, a motivational topic also. Basically, if you have a goal, if you have a dream, then you want to chase the dream. If you don't have a goal, if you don't have a something to chase, you'll never run around. Basically, we say if you want to have a success, you need to set a target. And I always say that think big. Let your dreams be very big. If the dreams are bigger, then only you will try to achieve something big. Don't let your dreams be very small. If your wants are small, you'll work less. But if your wants are more, you want to drive a BMW car, you want to live a luxury life, or you want to give a lot of money for charity, you want to help the poor, you want not a single boy sleeping, empty stomach. If you have all the good things to do, you need money. And for that, you need dreams. And how you'll be successful for that, you'll find reasons, you'll find ways how you'll achieve that. You'll run after that dream and you'll achieve it. So you have to have bigger reason, bigger why. Why should not I be doing this? If I do this, then only I have to find how I'll be managing this dream, how I'll be going on that. Otherwise, there's no point. The life everybody lives, you are also living a life, I'm also living a life, other gentlemen is a living a life, everybody. But those who achieve are the one who have dreamt for bigger dreams. You find that Narendra Modi, our prime minister, he trained that our India should be more reformed, it should have a bigger name in world. Now we are in that position. So if you have voice, you'll find your how to do that. With this, over to you, Toastmaster of the day. Table topic master, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Thank you, Toastmaster Rakesh. So now our next speaker will be.
I forgot to switch on the video.
I would like to listen from Rolly. Would you?
Yes, Madam Table Topics Master.
Thank you. So please choose any number in 5, 7, 8.
Okay, 7.
7. Your topic is you never lose, you either win or learn. You never lose, you either win or learn. Over to you, Toastmaster Oli.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master. This reminds me of my favorite quote. In life, there are no mistakes. There are only lessons. I have felt that every single time I have encountered a problem, I have gone on to learn a lot of lessons. I was a single parent with 2 small children, 2 school fees to pay with a single income. It was a huge challenge, and I did not know how I was going to make do. There were months when I was left with just 500 rupees in my pocket at the end of the month. And it used to be a frightening time. But I persevered through it because I knew I had to smile through it for my children. Otherwise, how would they smile? I went on to make mistakes. I would go and purchase some things which I thought were very necessary, only to realize that we could have lived without them for some time. I thought that I had enough money and I had made some more mistakes, but I realized that I have to continue. And through that period, I learned how to budget, how to invest, how to increase my income by taking up another job, how to manage my time to make sure that my children had enough attention. They needed help with their homework. I needed to be there for them while working. All of that taught me so much and prepared me for all the challenges that were going to come on after that period in my life. Today, I feel much stronger just because I've lived through that time period. Just because I have made those mistakes, I've taken those risks, and today I am a better person, in fact, in my opinion. Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master.
Thank you so much, Roli, for sharing your own experience. It was very motivational. And now, timer, do we have time for?
No, Toastmaster Santoshi, we don't have time. We don't have time.
Okay, thank you. So now times to vote for the best table topic speaker. So these are the all the speakers. Please take 30 seconds.
Thank you, Madam Table Topics Master, ending the poll now.
Okay, so I hope you all enjoyed the session. Now times to hand over the stage Toastmaster of the day. Over to you, Toastmaster Sanju.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pooja, for leading this session very nicely. So, coming to our last step, but not the least, evaluate yourself from time to time. It's imperative to know where we had made a mistake in the past and how can correct this in future. If that kind of attitude you adapt in your life, you never give up for anything. To tell us where we had done well, where we lagged, and how can we improve further in our today's role, we have the general evaluation session in which the general evaluator Toastmaster Anand will with the team of evaluators will be helped in the same. So when Toastmaster Anand, he is the youngest president of Dhalivan Toastmaster. I would say, is a good leader too. When I asked him what is his inspiration that helps him to never give up, he said, we must plan our day as if it is the first day of our life and put efforts as if it is the last day to today. So with that, I would like to invite Toastmaster Anand Kumar. Toastmaster Anand, are you there? Let me check.
He's there, but I think maybe he's facing some network issues. Maybe you can go on to call the first speech evaluator. Just explain the role of the general evaluator and go on. Or do you want me to do it?
Yeah, you can do that.
Okay, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's your impromptu general evaluator. The role of the evaluation, the role of an evaluator is to understand how the speaker has fared through the entire speech and how they can improve and deliver even finer speeches in the future. It all depends on how closely the speaker, the speech evaluator has been observing, listening, and analyzing the speaker. The speech has a lot of merits, and it is a good idea to share first our commendations, then follow it up with the recommendations, and then finally conclude on a positive note with some commendations. I encourage our speech evaluators to also ensure that the speech evaluation is summarized at the end. So I believe our first speech evaluator is Toastmaster Sajal Jain.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Roli. Be here now, be someplace later. Toastmaster Avishi was able to bring this very essence of meditation in her speech today. Starting the speech by interactive questions is always a wonderful idea to grab the attention of the audience. I was sitting at the edge of my seat when Toastmaster Avishi asked, "Did I leave the gas stove on?" with such vigor and with such excitement that I think we could all relate. Did you notice the tone of the speaker today? Her voice was in line with her content, peaceful, calm, and composed. And that marks the quality of a very good speaker. It looked as if there was no rush to finish the speech. The speaker used appropriate pauses, which were commendable. The speech had a lot of facts about meditation today, which were beneficial and riveting. But it comes at a cost. It's difficult to remember all these facts. If there is something that the speaker could do to overcome this, it would be to bind them in personal stories. The speaker had a very good personal story about herself. What she could do is add more details to those to that story. Maybe how many days it took for meditation to change her life, or what was the technique of meditation that she used. Another thing that the speaker could do to make this speech a bit more impactful would be to share some techniques about meditation, like Alom Vilom, or ask us to close our eyes for 30 seconds and look into our inner selves to bring out some aspect of meditation come alive in the meeting. Another thing that speaker could do would be to not look up while delivering. At some instances, I thought that the speaker looked up. It was a bit of distraction, and it looked that the speaker was nervous when she wasn't. The speaker used phrases like, "Yes, you heard that right," which immediately grabbed the attention of the audience. Great job on that, Toastmaster Vishi. The speech was very well researched, from Bhagavad Gita to Harvard University professor to mathematician Ramanujan. It had everything. I think that everybody who heard the speech today was left inspired to take up meditation in future and to change our lives for better. That's it from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Roli.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sajal. That was quite an analytical observation. And I'm sure that Toastmaster Avishi is going to be helped a lot in her future speeches with your suggestions. Toastmaster Anand, are you in the meeting now? Are you able to hear us?
I hope so.
Okay, it's your privilege now to call me.
Thank you so much. Uh, yeah. Now I'd like to call upon onto the stage our second evaluator for the evening, that is being played by Toastmaster Roli Sinha. So I'd like to invite her onto this virtual platform and let's hear it out from the evaluator.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. Martin Luther King said, if you cannot run, then if you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But whatever happens, keep on moving. This was definitely the thread through which the speaker today has woven his speech. He shared his personal stories, his achievements, his decisions, how he came about to even attend the first meeting of Toastmasters, how entertaining it was, how he chose his path, how he continued to learn skills, not just speaking, but to listen and listen with the objective of gaining information. All of these things made it so relatable, and it was so easy for me to absorb and then relate it with my own journey of my own path. I really appreciate the well structured speech that Toastmaster Rakesh has delivered today. I like the fact that he kept the audience engaged by not just the inspirational points, but also with interactive questions. He even prodded the audience when he felt that there was a lack of response. So the connection with the audience was extremely vital in this speech. I like that he stood and delivered, but I also felt that while the hand gestures were very appropriate, he was just standing in one place. He could have used the stage a little bit so that one skill could have been mentioned in one place, the second skill could have been mentioned in another place. It just gives a little bit of variety to the speech. The second part that I felt was the vocal variety. There were times when I felt that the emotion wasn't coming through to this through the words. There were pauses that were required. For example, don't look at the closed door, look at the open door. That would have made that point seep into my mind. The conclusion was so moving. I really loved it, that this is not the end of my journey. I have just begun my journey. Such an inspirational and moving point for all of us to take back home. Also, I'm taking back home is the message: come forward to speak, take every opportunity. I really thank and congratulate Toastmaster Rakesh for delivering such an inspirational, moving speech, very well structured. I urge him to continue delivering his speeches riddled with personal examples. Just enhance the delivery style with appropriate stage choreography, continue with the hand gestures, have strategic pauses, and let his emotions come through his voice. I wish him all the best for his future speeches, Mr. General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Roli. That was really very wonderful of you to hear your speech evaluation, and thank you so much for like conducting the general evaluation in my absence. So thank you so much for that. Now let's quickly move on to our auxiliary role players, but they are actually the main uh, set of people who can actually, just like in the game of chess, they can checkmate the king. So I'd like to call upon onto the stage our very first person who is going to checkmate you with your questions. That is the listener of the meeting. I'd like to call upon Toastmaster Sajal to come up onto the stage and just checkmate us.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Anand. Okay, so my first question is for anybody except Toastmaster Santosh. So she started the meeting by sharing a story of a boy who was obsessed with study. Who was that boy? It was a famous personality. Toastmaster Roli.
Abraham Lincoln.
Right answer. Okay. So then Toastmaster Avishi talked about a famous personality in her speech. Who was that personality and what was his profession? Guess Rakesh. Toastmaster Rakesh. Sorry.
Mathematician Ramanus.
Correct answer. Who among us, now the person who is the like, who among us is the tarot card reader? The person who is not allowed to answer this question. Toastmaster Roli.
Toastmaster Rakesh.
Full marks. Toastmaster Pooja in her table topic section said, winners never quit and blank. Can anybody complete that?
Quitters never win.
Right answer, Toastmaster Santosh. Guest Uttam in his table topic section said, we are superheroes of blank. Roli, we will come back with you. Of?
Our own life.
Field. Own field, yeah, own life.
Guest Tanu, I think, is correct. We are superheroes of ourselves.
Ourselves.
Who was given the topic, wherever you go, go with all your heart?
Toastmaster Anand.
Right. Guest Tanhu in her table topic said, failures are dash of life. It is an instrument.
Calculator.
Right answer. Toastmaster Vikas. Then you have to fill in the blanks. When your dash is big enough, you will find your dash. Okay, anybody?
Why or how? First blank.
Right answer. So, whose is this favorite quote? In life, there are no mistakes, there are only lessons. The person who is
Toastmaster Roli.
Huh. Oh. Correct answer. Okay. So, what is the word of the day today? Apart from Vikas, anybody is allowed. Okay,
Laborious.
Toastmaster Oli. And you have to tell the meaning
Laborious.
also. Right answer, Toastmaster Jaya. And what is the meaning of the word laborious?
Work hard.
True. Correct answer. Okay, so that's it from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Anand.
I didn't knew that actually Toastmaster Rakesh was listening so keenly my speech title during the table topics, because while speaking, I myself forgot what I was speaking about. So it was nice to see the audience so engaged throughout the meeting. Now I'd like to call upon onto the stage our language evaluator. It's none other than Toastmaster Vikas. I would like to invite him onto the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand. First, there I would tell the some misuse of the language. Somebody said who explain her role. Could be who will explain her role. Somebody says will raise. Could we show like red, blue, or green card? According to me, somebody said you are true. It could be you said true. Somebody said when I ask Toastmaster, could be I asked, and this meeting is filled with many motivational quotes. There are so many motivational quotes in this meeting. It is, I think, has been broken the all record of the Toastmaster meetings. Like there is a will, there is a wake. Toastmaster Rakesh told we should not listen to reply. We should listen to gain. Toastmaster table topic Master Puja given the topics, winners never quit, quitter never win. The, the one who fails become more stronger when he get up. We are what we believe we are. Everyone is a superhero in his own field or ourselves. Wherever you go with your heart. You never failed until you never tried. Your why is big enough. You will find your how. You never lose. Either you win or learn. If you can't fly, run. If you can't run, walk. If you can't walk, crawl, but keep moving. These are these motivational and good uses of language of the meeting. And word of the day, laborious, used once by the Toastmasters Rakesh. And this is from my end. Thank you, Toastmaster Anand.
Okay, Anand, are you there? Next, I would. Okay.
Okay. No, you go ahead. It's all right. You can call.
Next, I would like to invite our counter, Toastmaster Sanchit.
Toastmaster Sanchit actually lost his connection, Toastmaster Santosh. So I think he'll be sending his report on WhatsApp. So we can probably hear from the timer Toastmaster Jaya.
Okay. Timer, I would like to invite Timer Jaya on the stage.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sajal. Now, a fellow Toastmasters, friends, and guests, here is my timer report. Now, in the prepared speeches section, speaker number 1, Toastmaster Avishi, was well within time and she took 5 minutes 42 seconds. Next, speaker number 2, Toastmaster Rakesh, his time limit was within 10 to 12 minutes. Toastmaster Rakesh, he took 12 minutes 22 seconds. So he exceeded by 26 seconds. Now, next is about the table topic sections. Speaker Toastmaster Sajal was not within the time limit. She took more than 1 minute, exceeded by 42 seconds. Next, we had.
Sorry, Madam Timer. Could you specify the
Yes.
exact time taken, please? By Toastmaster Sajal, if you could just specify exactly how much time she spoke for.
She took 1 minute 42 seconds.
Okay, just to let you know, so there, first of all, the timing for the table topic speeches is 1 to 2 minutes, which means that the speakers have to speak for a minimum of 1 minute and they can go up to 2 minutes 30 seconds. So there's a 30 seconds grace period. Similarly for the prepared speeches also. Okay, so it's perfectly fine. You can continue with your report, but just state the exact time taken. Okay?
Yeah, I will stick to that. Thank you, Toastmaster Roli. Okay. We had Toastmaster, I think he's guest, Toastmaster Uttam, or he's a guest speaker. He had taken more than 2 minutes. He took 2 minutes and 16 seconds. So he exceeded by 16 seconds. Then Toastmaster Anand, he took the specified time limit and he exceeded by 11 seconds. Then we have guest Tanu Verma. She took more than 2 minutes and exceeded by 11.8 seconds. Next, we had table topic speaker Toastmaster Rakesh. He exceeded by 22 seconds. Next, we have Toastmaster Roli. She took more than, she took 2 minutes, but exceeded by 9 seconds. Next, let's come down to the general evaluators. General evaluators were well within the time specified, that is 3 minutes. They took the general evaluator Toastmaster Sajal for speaker number 1 for Toastmaster Avishi took 2 minutes 29 seconds. Then next we had Toastmaster Roli, general evaluator for speaker number 2 for Toastmaster Rakesh. Again was well within the time, 2 minutes and 41 seconds. Now the role player, for role player we have listener Toastmaster Sajal. Toastmaster Sajal was, she just took 5 seconds extra. Then we had language evaluator, Toastmaster Vikas took 33 seconds more than the time specified, that is 3 minutes. Toastmaster Sanchit in the R counter as an evaluator will send the through WhatsApp the message. And now back to Toastmaster Santoshi. Thank you.
Thank you. Anand, you there?
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jaya. There were few corrections. Like the time limits, for everyone's clarification, I would like to reiterate that the table topics timing was from 1 to 2 minutes, and there were 30 seconds upper grace period on the upper limit. And for the prepared speech sections, as per your given project speech, the time limit was there, and there was both grace period on both the upper and the lower limit. So probably I would ask Toastmaster Roli to connect on chat with Toastmaster Jaya in case of any clarification, because I guess you are launching the polls. But in the meantime, I would like to begin with my report, because the R counter dropped off in between, and as far as I attended the meeting, because I also dropped in and out, I couldn't find many like ahs and ums. So I will just combine it within my general evaluation report. And before I begin, I just like to iterate one thing. In case I drop out, I will give my general evaluation report in the WhatsApp meeting group in written. So in case I just drop out, you can continue with the TMoD section. And one more thing, I would ask permission from every one of you today if I can be frank with you. I would like to ask every member from the audience and the guests.
Yes, please do be.
Yeah, thank you so much. So we all attend Toastmasters meeting because of few certain reasons. And in order to make the quality of the meeting good, we need to keep in mind few really very good things. The first thing, As the presiding officer, I was caught off guard when just few minutes before the meeting, I found out that Sergeant at Arms was not there. It has a lot of impact. First, the normally how we begin our meetings is by introducing the slides, by reading the online meetings disclaimer, and so forth and so on things. So that was something which in a hurry we missed. This now you will be able to relate that how it affects the quality of the meeting. The second thing, if the sergeant at arms was not going to come to this meeting, and if this was known to the VP or the person concerned, then they should have been not they should not have gone onto the meeting agenda. If there was a backout, it should have been communicated earlier, so that the person who takes the stage next to him, he knows that who is the person, or there should be some arrangement made. But overall, the information was conveyed before, just few minutes back. So that was something which was taken care of, but it could be better taken care of. Coming on to the role of the presiding officer, uh, because I was doing this role, and I will not like to talk about what I did great or good about. I would just like to come on to the thing that I missed the connecting about the theme. So this is something which any of the persons who take this role for the next time should try to make sure that they connect the theme with the speech. The second, now coming on some good things. So the TMoD came and gave a really very good introduction about the speakers, came with the theme. She has prepared her role, and that was something which reflected throughout the meeting. She had taken introduction from the guest, the speech, title, those all nitty gritty things which at times we miss. All things were collected and was done really very well. Ballots were collected at time. Feedback was taken on time. The throughout the meeting, we never felt as if the TMoD was not in control of the meeting. So it was really very wonderful of on that very front. Just two quick tips. The first, that if you could talk about the ballots in the very first part, because that's something, if in case I dropped out or if I missed, apologies on my part. And the second thing is, if the feedback link could actually be taken care of as the TMoD, to make sure that it is with that very person beforehand, before the meeting begins. So in case the person who is in charge, he drops out, or for any reason he's not there, so the TMoD has those feedback links with them. Now coming on to the role of the table topic masters, she was coming after a really very long time. So first of all, good to have you back, Toastmaster Pooja. You did a really very wonderful job as the table topic master, and I could see that you were actually, you first went to the member of the club, then to a guest, then again you shifted back to a member, then again to a guest. So that was something which only comes when you get the experience and you become seasoned with playing the roles. uh, just one quick suggestion, that while you were saying the speech title, if you could follow the very norm which is set, which is this speaker name, the speech title, and the speaker name. So that would have just made all things all perfect. Coming to the role of the listener did a really very good job. That was she came and see, it's like her trademark to begin with a quote. So a wonderful job on that very front. The questions were easy during the general valuation segment, and it was actually creating an enthusiasm in the minds of the audience, and I could see those smiling faces and people just poking up their hands that say, see, I want to answer that very question. So that was really very nice. uh, in the intro segment, which I personally feel that the speaker has those powers where she can just explore more sort of energy for her during her introduction, when she gives an introduction about any of the roles. So more power can come in, which she has whole lot of a potential about, so she could just explore that very front. Coming out of the language evaluator, Toastmaster Vikas, again, good to see you back after a long time. You did a really very good job. You had the word of the day with you. You iterated it, and I was seeing that even during the meeting, you was tapping it during the tapping into the chat box and making sure that the people were having a look at it, and that was coming on a loop time and again, so people just use that word. Your report was really very comprehensive. Just one suggestion on my part, that what I saw, that you came first with what was done wrong, and then you came on to the thing that which was done great about. So what you can actually do is, or play around with, that you can first split the very good things in two parts and use it in the first in the at the very beginning, then come with your recommendations, and then again wind up with your good points. Or what else you can do is that you can state all the good points, then come with the recommendations, and then just give a summary of the whole meeting. Coming on to the timer, yeah, played by Toastmaster Jaya. She was playing this role for the first time. So uh, thank you so much, Toastmaster Jaya, for taking this role. I know that when you play the role of the timer, it's really very hard for any of the persons to do it, especially in the online setting which we have. You narrated your role description really very well. Uh, but I would like to challenge you, because I can see that very potential within you, that you put in efforts. And if you just prepare your role a bit in depth, it will help you. Like, just for your clarification and for the clarification of the guest, if anyone is not aware about it, that I would like to reiterate that the table topic segment is of 1 to 2 minutes, and the lower limit is 1 minute. So you have to speak at least for 1 minute. You can go more than 2 minutes, of course, but you can go only till 2 minutes 30 seconds, because 30 seconds is the buffer uh, which is given on the upper limit. Coming on to the normal speeches, like the prepared speeches, those 30 seconds of buffer is given on both the lower and the upper limit. And during the role plays, what we do is that we give a 30 seconds grace on both the upper and the lower. So this just goes like with the prepared speech thing. So I hope that this would help you in your future roles, if you play the timer again, or even as a speaker, or any of the TMoD when you are playing this role. One more suggestion, that at few moments, because I was dropping in and out, I'm not quite sure whether this was an issue on my end, because at few of the moments I actually didn't find your timer screen on, and this is probably again something which I'm not able to see right now, and that's why I'm speaking on and on. So I will need help with that if I'm crossing over time. uh, uh, so overall the meeting was great. I feel that preparation needs to go in a bit better, because DOTM is really very capable of doing things more professionally. And just I'd like to wind up with one thing. I'd like to share one story. It was the 31st of October in the year 2019, and I was in Delhi, and I was here to give one exam. And I had to reach my exam center 1 hour before. It I had to reach it by 1 o'clock, and it exactly takes 45 minutes. And we were prepared that we should leave the hotel by 11 to go over there in time. But what happened was, for some reason or the other, because we were waiting for some other person, we ended up being late. Although the exam didn't start at 5 minutes, like it's although it started 5 minutes late, but what it shows is that if you tune in at the wrong time, then you will probably miss out, maybe not in Toastmasters, but in your professional life. So please take care of your time, of the time you get, and at the same time try to tune in by 6:30, because that takes time to settle in, and at the same time to check all your audio and video and all of the devices. So that's one of my recommendations for all the people, whether it's the guests, whether it's the members. Try to tune in by 6:30 to so that you settle in and everything is sorted. For the time being, that's it on my part, and I would now like to hand over the stage to our Toastmaster of the day, and I hope that my feedback or my report was something which could add value to the meeting of the 11 Toastmasters. Back to the Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you, Toastmaster Anand, for analytical evaluation and clarification about timing of the tabletop speech. So please vote for the best speech evaluators. For that, I would like to request Toastmaster. Okay, thank you.
Toastmaster Santosh, I'm going to end the poll for speech evaluator. Okay.
Sure.
And I will then launch the poll for best auxiliary role player.
Yes,
Okay.
please do. Okay, thank you.
And for everyone, because we did not get the report from the R counter, I would request you to vote essentially for, yeah.
Sorry to interrupt. I actually intentionally did not took the polls then. I will just take time. I will take the polls after the TMoD hands over the stage back. So for the time being, if we can just, because I can edit the polls on the back.
All right. So speech evaluation, we can continue with what we got, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Anand and Toastmaster Roli. Let me ask one question. How many of you know about the Thoms edition? You can raise your hand digitally. Uh, okay, quite a good number. So he discovered the light bulb. Do you know how? First, he was determined at his school because despite failing thousand times, he continued his experiment. Second, he got ready for the challenges in his way. And the third, he had learned from every mistake he had made. That means these three steps are very powerful to achieve something big. I have mentioned only few examples, but the list doesn't end. Like Jack Ma, Sir Abdul Kalam, and Nelson Mandela, Mahatma Gandhi, etc. Let me ask another question. How many of you have succeeded in what you try in the first attempt? Again, you can raise your hand. Not many. Do you know how many times I edited this script which I'm presenting from the beginning? Multiple times. And every time I have learned something new. This proves that success can't be attained in one attempt or two. Keep trying is the best solution because someone said winners never quit and quitters never win. With that, I would like to hand over the stage to our President Toastmaster Anand Kumar. Thank you, everyone.
Let's give a big round of applause to all the speakers, all the role players. Thank you, everyone. It was wonderful hearing you, uh, especially Toastmaster Santosh. The way you carried the meeting, that was really very wonderful of you. Now let's quickly have the polls for the best auxiliary role player first of all, and then we will move to the best main role players. So you can cast in your ballots. There are three contenders: listener Toastmaster Sajal, the language evaluator Vikas, and the timer Toastmaster Jaya.
Ending this poll, sir. We can move to best role player if you want.
Yeah, sure.
2 people need to vote. I request everyone to vote, please.
Hi, Roli. I'm
Hello.
unable to vote because it's not showing any option. It's just showing end polling at my part.
Oh, because you're one of the co-hosts.
Yeah.
That's okay. Yeah,
Okay.
it's okay. Okay. I've got the votes now. Thank you so much. Mr. President, all yours.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Oli. Uh, Now, because the polls are already over, now I'd like to take the time to get the feedback from our guests. But before even we do that, because let's have a quick round of selfies. Who can switch on our videos? That would be really great. So if you can switch on your webcams, it will be wonderful to see your smiling faces. And we can do this like we can raise our 4 fingers for the Living Toastmasters. And I can virtually do that.
And then if you can also switch on your video because this is the last meeting of 2020. Kind of.
Let me give it a try.
Yes. Santosh, your video. Done.
Unable.
That's all.
Anand, raise the finger with the other hand. This one is a hand. Okay. Yeah, this is it.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Sajal. Uh, Now I would like to come to our guests to get their feedback, how the meeting progressed, and how did you like uh, being part of the Living Toastmasters. So I would quickly move to Toastmaster Rakesh. Uh, so Toastmaster, how you liked our meeting today? It's always a pleasure to host you. But what's your feedback for today, especially?
The meeting was very well organized, especially the topic were really nice, and I found each of the speaker were really good. I could connect, especially Toastmaster Roli. The topic series was so nice. I learned the lesson. I don't make mistake. That is one thing I really liked in that speech. And even you, just now when you were telling about the story, that we had an examination and we planned the way, but we could have planned more earlier. So things were really good. So many things to learn from Delhi Toastmaster 1. So I have attended your Sunday meeting also early morning. In that also I find a lot of members are coming. So this is one club which every week it holds 2 meetings. So that is really wonderful. You people are doing really good job. And one of your member, he frequently comes to our club, Toastmaster Arun, if you remember. And I was introduced to the club by Toastmaster Bhavya, I think. She is not there today. So it's really wonderful. And, and it is a learning process. I have seen that. I have still started with my second pathway also now. Though I was charged, I had talked with my area director that I should not be charged. It was free. Then how I have been charged? He was just laughing. Like he can afford not to worry. But is that because we have still so many things to learn, and everybody faces problem these days. Till today also, I find I have some room for improvement. So the improvement will be always there. So we have to keep on moving. And this is one platform where we learn a lot of things. With this, I don't have much to add because see, this is the dinner time, so a lot of people may be feeling hungry also. I already had my dinner in between. Okay.
That
Over to
was
you,
a
Toastmaster Anand.
thank you so much, Toastmaster Rakesh, for tuning in today. It's always wonderful to host you. Uh, now, like to quickly move on to our another guest. Uh, yeah, I can see Tanu. Tanu, how you liked our meeting? At, how you actually felt being at the Eleven Toastmasters?
I felt really great to be here, and you guys are so supportive and filled with so much energy. And you guys are great. I just want to say, and I felt really good to be here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, and hope to see you back in the next year, I will say now. So it's always pleasure hosting people like you. And I can see another guest. Yeah, Uttam is here. So hello, Uttam. So how did you like our meeting at the 11 Toastmasters? Any feedback on your part?
Hello, Anand. First of all, it's a great pleasure to meet you all. Everybody is very humble. Everybody was very nice, like as always. And the best thing I can say the best thing about this club is that nobody judge each other publicly. Nobody says that you are weak or something. Everybody try to improve and everybody try to make his own very best. And the best part is that everybody try to support each other and try to privately message each other to appreciate each other, and that's a very kind thing. And I think this is a very nice place for improvement, as Rajesh says, that Rakesh ji said that there's a room of improvement. I think this is a correct room for me for the improvement. Thank you very much, and thank you for this opportunity, everyone.
Thank you so much, Uttam. Good to see you always. Uh, I guess, yeah, there's Dr. Geeta Yadav. I can see. So, ma'am, if you could introduce yourself, and then we can hear any feedback on your part, how you like the meeting, and anything else which you'd like to add.
Hello everyone. It was too nice. I have learned so many things. You people are too friendly. Today is my first. That's it from my side.
That's really, really nice, ma'am, that you liked our meeting. By the way, what do you do? Because I can see the doctor before your name, so I am already guessing you have done your either your PhD or you are professionally in the medicine.
No, I have done my PhD.
Okay, so you are a professor or something.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, that's great. And it's at which place?
Delhi University in Rajdhani College.
Oh, that's really, really nice. Good to see you, ma'am, and we hope that you will tune in our next meeting also. It was pleasure
Yes,
hosting you.
yes, sir.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I would like to have the certificates on our screens, and then for another 5 minutes, I will just take your time, and then we will quickly wind this up. So, the best table topic speaker goes to Toastmaster Rolisana. Congratulations, Toastmaster.
Thank you.
And the best speaker goes to Toastmaster Avishi. She's always there in the list.
Yes.
And the best auxiliary role player goes to Toastmaster Sajal Jain. Congratulations, Sajal.
Thank you.
And the best evaluator goes to Toastmaster Roli.
Okay.
And the best role player goes to Toastmaster Santosh. Congratulations, Santosh.
Anand.
I have to share that for a moment I thought I'll be preparing 3 certificates. That is why I was begging for the votes because everybody was getting equal number of votes, and so everyone has played their role very well. Thank you, Anand, for your candid feedback. And thank you, Pooja, for such a fantastic, entertaining, and interesting table topic session. And
Thank you.
yes, you were absolutely amazing. I'm a very proud mentor today.
Thank you so much. I'm very happy you are in the meeting.
Yeah, I thought I wouldn't be, but thank you so much, everyone. I'm going to stop the share now. Thank you.
Thank you so much, everyone. I would just like to wind up because this is the end of this year 2020 and of this uh, term also for the EC who has been a part of and who has been working behind the scenes. Uh, I had something planned in my mind, but because my net is not working, so I will probably do it another way. But I'd just like to take just 2 minutes of yours and we will just end the meeting right here. Uh, so first of all, uh, I felt that I was very, very brutal with my report today. So there was a reason, and the reason was because that in the online mode of meeting, we all feel that the experience has got diluted. The human interaction is not there. But we should take a note of the fact that around the world, what's happening right now is that the businesses are changing. The interaction has changed. And our professionalism and the manner in which
Anand, even Anand's guitar is not playing. Okay, he has completely dropped off. Um, Sorry, Sajal, you're saying
I
something?
think you will rejoin. Like,
Yeah. So if everybody can just bear with us, just give him like 30 seconds or more.
mm,
Toastmaster Rakesh, you're saying something? Okay.
I had been mistaken because Delhi there are 3, 4 clubs. I had been delivering speeches, so I mistaken. But there is a one Toastmaster which hosted meeting once in Friday and once in Sunday. They do it early morning, 9:30 or 10. So there are
Uh, so so Delhi Toastmasters
Delhi
conducts their so they conduct their meetings.
Delhi Toastmaster also, I think, the advanced
So
clubs.
we are Delhi One Toastmasters. Okay. So let me just tell you. There's Delhi One Toastmasters. There's Delhi Toastmasters. There's Delhi Junction Toastmasters. There is Delhi Orators. And there is Delhi Advanced Toastmasters.
So, except the
I think
Johnson
that,
deliver speech in almost all the clubs.
yeah, you should visit Delhi Junction Toastmasters Club also. It's a nice club.
I,
Toastmaster Ashwini is the president. It's a nice club. Yeah.
how is the cold down there in Delhi? My daughter will be going there. Maybe on 30th she is going.
Oh, okay. So it's about the lowest that we get to right now is 7 degrees.
Okay.
So
So it's pretty
yeah,
cool down there.
yeah. You're in Bhutan, right?
But here the temperature is not that high. It's almost 12 to 15 degree, the lowest.
Yeah, yeah. So during the day, that's how it remains. and like towards the night time, especially around 3 o'clock or so, then it drops to 7 degrees. Okay, and in the meantime, I've received a message from Anand that we can end the
Yes.
meeting. His net is not
Closing the
working.
meeting.
Yeah. So I just want everybody to unmute, and I want to wish everyone a very happy 2021. Thank you for joining us. This is our last meeting for this year, but we hope that you will all join us for the first meeting of the year, which will be on 1st or 2nd. Sajal?
We have to decide.
Okay, so we will be informing by the schedule of Fridays. It should be on the 1st, but we might want to give everybody a little time off on the 1st and have our first meeting on the 2nd. Yes. So,
Very happy
but
New
I
Year.
hope. Thank you, Tanu and Uttam.
Happy New Year to all of you from
Yeah,
my side.
Happy.
Santosh.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, everybody.
Hopefully in
Happy New
advance.
Year.
Thank
Up
you.
here.
Thank you,
Happy
Up
New
Rolly.
Year
here.
to all.
Yes.
Okay. Catch you everybody.
All right.
Good night.
Happy New Year,
Take
everyone.
care, everyone. Good night. Bye bye. I'm ending the meeting for all, finally.
Good night,
Sajal, can
everyone.
you do
Thank you.
that? You're the
I
host.
will do. I will do.
Yeah. Bye bye, everyone.
Bye,
Take
everyone.
care. Bye.
Bye.